Hello there, my name is Bern and welcome to my channel. So this Talk to Me Thursdays, what we're going to be talking about is the scream that almost drove me crazy. Cue the music. Welcome back. So, the scream that almost drove me crazy. A little bit of backstory. What got me thinking about this whole situation that happened to me when I was a kid was recently Susan and I watched the movie First They Killed My Father, produced by Angelina Jolie, and the premise of it is basically following the story of a young girl and her actual experience during the reign of the Khmer Rouge that took over Cambodia and created a mass genocide within the country. And as some of you know, I am Cambodian. Both my parents and a lot of my family members were there during that time. But that's not what this is about. Sorry to get a little bit sappy, but yeah. So the scream that drove me crazy. I was in middle school, about 13, 14 years old. I would come home first, and then Sophia would come home maybe half an hour to an hour later. So I'm just sitting there at home doing my homework, and there was a documentary about Cambodia coming on. So here I am, 13, 14 years old, doing my homework like I'm supposed to, and I have the documentary playing in the background. All of a sudden on the screen, it comes up a case of skulls. And the skulls are of people who died during the Khmer Rouge. I glance up, and all of a sudden I hear this screaming of like hundreds and hundreds of people all at once. It's so loud that I can't drown it out by covering my ears or anything else like that. And it gets to the point where I'm rolling on the floor, covering my ears, just trying to drown out the sound. I realize it's coming from the TV. I change the channel and the screaming stops. At first, I was a little bit confused because I was like, why would they do a scene like that? And this is within a few seconds or so. I decide to change the channel back, and then there's no more screaming. The same scene, but I'm not hearing screaming anymore. So after a little bit, I just kind of ignore it, continue watching the documentary, and then nothing else happens. So eventually my parents come home, and later on that evening, they put on the same exact documentary. And I know the scene is about to come up, so I cover my ears to block the screaming out. But then both my mom and my dad look at me and they ask me, son, why are you covering your ears? Is your ears hurt or something like that? And I just take my hands off my ears, and there's no screaming. The exact same scene that I saw earlier that afternoon, no screaming. I mean, obviously it's been a couple years since that time, and I really don't understand what that was. Once in a while I think about that day and it still gives me chills. Honestly, at the time it was scary, but now I just find it kind of sad. Seeing that movie really made me think about that time, and being a lot older and fully understanding what people went through during that time and what some people are actually going through today. It really makes you think a little bit. This in no way is a promotion for the movie or anything like that, but if it convinces you to maybe check out the movie, please do. It's on Netflix, produced by Angelina Jolie. That movie really made me think about my parents and everything they went through, and it reminded me of that time. Like I said, scary time during that time, but now it just makes you feel really sad. If you're another Cambodian person, please watch the movie. Even if you're not, please watch the movie, because it really tells and depicts only a small portion of what happened. This is just the real story of what happened to that little girl who is now a grown adult, who wrote a book. I wasn't trying to get sentimental about this. This is supposed to be a scary story to freak you guys out a little bit. But yeah, I promise the next Talk to Me Thursdays will be a little bit spookier. So till next time, let's make today better than yesterday, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace. If you guys get a chance, please go watch. Come on, Fanya.